Hey guys, the Super Review Show here. Back to the Future Trilogy review right here. I'm going to review 1, 2, and 3 because tomorrow is Back to the Future Day and I'm actually going to go to the theaters to see it. So here we go. Back to the Future. Your typical high schooler in the 80s, Marty McFly, has a friend named Dr. Emmett Brown. And but he gets made fun of because he's hanging out with a guy named, he's hanging out with a weird guy, Doc Brown, who invents a time machine that accidentally sends Marty McFly back to 1955, and they got to find out a way to get him home. The 1955 Doc has to make sure that he has to find a way to get him home. Now, this is a spoilers review, obviously, so he finds a way to get home. Back to the Future Part 2 comes around. He's back in 1985, and then Doc goes to the year 2015. And he goes to October 21st, 2015. So he goes to the future. He finds some stuff there. Something happens back there. And funny thing, actually, this is a cool fact. In Back to the Future Part 2, the Cubs win the World Series. And as it turns out right now, the Cubs are going to the World Series. By the looks of it. Which is incredible beyond belief, but who would have thought? So that's going on. Then you have, then older Biff gets hold of the time machine. He goes back to the past to change 1985, and they go back to 1985 and they change everything because it's an alternate timeline, if you will. And then you go back to, and then by the end of that, they have to fix the time machine. They go back to 1955. They fix everything that went wrong in the past with the book, a little sports almanac that played a big role in the second one. And then Marty McFly is stuck in the past because Dr. Emmett Brown, 1985 Doc was stuck hovering, and then he got time warped to 1885. So 100 years before 1985. Now, Back to the Future Part 3, now we're on the third film, he basically goes to, Marty McFly travels back to the Old West, and he has to rescue Doc to bring him back to 1985. And so bring him back from that to that, and then he's going to go. And overall, basically that happens, and then they find their way back to the 1985 with the craziest, all hell, awesome time warp by using the train to push back. I've actually created Lego scenes with that train to push the DeLorean. I've wanted to do that for all my life, and I did it. So they eventually find their way back to the original 1985, and they had a blast doing it. Overall, you know what I give this trilogy? I give this trilogy a solid 9.9 out of 10. Because this is one of my favorite. Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies of all time. Actually, this trilogy is one of my favorites of all time. It's one of my top. I just put the trilogy in my top 10 of all time because it's such a fun and it's one of those trilogies that it's a continuous story. Two picks off right where one left off, and 3 picks off right where 2 left off. It's one of those things. It's one of those rare exceptions in movies where the whole thing just ties together as one. So I love it for that reason. So I just love the trilogy overall. 9.9, almost a 10. I gave the first one a 10 out of 10 actually. Just putting it out there. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I love this trilogy so much. And as it turns out, since October 21st, 2015 is tomorrow, their AMC theaters, I believe, are showing the trilogy later in the day to celebrate 30 years of it, and since the day it was released. Well, since the day is when they went to the future. So yes, to answer all your questions, I am gonna go to see Back to the Future tomorrow, most likely. But yes, this has been my review of Back to the Future, the trilogy review. It's actually right there. So there you go. But for all your Back to the Future and movie reviews, and for anything else regarding movies, keep it locked on the Super Review Show. I'll see you later.